Hello buddies, nice to see some viewers around. So today I'm gonna cast Promi against Pharaon. It is the last set of the stage number 3. The group B is concerned by this set. Actually Promi is at the 4th position with 10 points after having beaten Doomsday 3-1. Eagle's Revenge 4-0. It lost against Tribal Warrior 3-1. There was a tie between Zeroed and Promi by a score of 2-2. Those scores gave to Promi 10 points. It's at 2 points of the qualification. Actually, Eagle's Revenge is ahead. It's at the 2nd position. So Promi just need 2 victories against Pharaon to reach the 2nd position. So this 2nd position will... Okay, yeah, I forgot the music. Okay, I just hope that I won't have to repeat. Anyway, so I was saying that a score of 2-2 would qualify Promi for the semi-final, which will be against Maya, which was able to defeat Barbarian 3-1 in the first day of the stage 3. The 2nd semi-final will be between Tribal Warrior and Barbarian. So let's see if Eagle Revenge can be the big surprise of this tournament, being in the top 4, or maybe Promi will steal that position to Eagle Revenge. We will see that right now. So I think that everything is ready. I forgot to mention that yesterday Illuminati was eliminated in this tournament for having lost 4-0 against Maya. Illuminati at the beginning of the tournament was seeded 4. Let's see if the seeded 2 is gonna be eliminated too. So here we go, Promi against Pharaon, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 1, first game. Team random, map Arabia. Let's go. And this is Saracen War. So, as the scripter of Pharaon, I didn't test much games against Promi. I especially focused games against Tribal, my other AI, when I was trying to improve Pharaon lately. Pharaon is less aggressive than Tribal, so maybe it can help Promi. Well, Promi has his 2 gold mine, I mean the main one and the 2nd mine, gold mine, which are really exposed. But I would say that the maps are are similar. And Promi is not wasting time, it's already exploring the opponent town. I'm not sure that Pharaon has already found Promi, it was close to find it. Okay. It's done now. So as usual we can see Promi already gathering gold, so we might see archers and skirmishers as usual, Promi's side. The first unit trained by Pharaon are skirmishers, but quite fastly it will add few archers to its army composition. It permits to Pharaon to have to keep some food, to have a better economy in late feudal age compared to tribal, for example, which will go for full skirmishers. And Promi is training well less military units, only 7 against 15. It means that it is keeping resources to reach castle fastly, and in this situation Pharaon is gonna attack at least, because it detects the military units number of its opponent. And both has almost the same number of civilian population, but the army advantage is already taken by Pharaon. And well, Pharaon is actually idling some villagers of Promi, but the wood is actually in a safe position. Let's see about the economy. It's close, but it looks like, yeah, it's pretty close. But Pharaon is starting to have way more food now. Double the food compared to Promi. And Promi is definitely starting to lose too many villagers now. Pharaon is ahead with 48 villagers against 42. And Pharaon is starting to rush while maintaining the pressure. And definitely the Promi's economy is too much hurt now. It looks to be really hard to reach the castle age. Yeah, Promi doesn't have food. Too many little villagers. Few knights are coming. Okay, regarding the edge domination of Pharaon, he decided to build a siege workshop before an hypothetic third town center. Okay, Promi is building a market, but I think it's already too late. It doesn't have food. Okay, the run is actually targeting the town center, so Promi may resign soon. It looks like the Ram are kind of hesitating attacking the town center. I don't know why Promi is not resigning. Okay, anyway, let's leave this. So the score is already 1-0 for Pharaon. But anyway, for Promi, 2 victories are still needed. So this first loss is not something eliminating. But it would be definitely good to win the 2 versus 2. Yes, Wattle, it's the last set of the stage 3. Maybe I can share the bracket. It can help to you to get what's happening. So here is a bracket. So actually, after this first game played, Promi is still having 10 points and it needs to reach the position of Eagle Revenge, because with 12 points, the same number of points, Promi would get the second position for having won against Eagle Revenge 4-0 during its second set in this stage 3. Pharaon is already eliminated, so we won't care what is gonna be the the point gathered during this set for Pharaon. Let's play the next one. And it is Breton plus Korean. I know that Korean is definitely a civilization that Promi doesn't like much. But it can be strong when it is pocket in late game, when it's played with Promi. And this is basically a Breton versus Korean both sides. So it's definitely possible to see the both Breton taking an advantage, let's say in the Castle Age against the Korean. It can be an interesting game because I think that there is a huge difference between those two civilizations, at least as Breton Pharaon is really stronger than as Korean. So this is a map with a lot of lake. It sometimes makes hard a good position for the lumber camp. I would say that red has a good camp. Blue has good forest, but a little bit far from the town center, I would say. Okay, the wall areas are actually researching Feudal Age. The blue one is a bit late compared to the other AIs, but it's probably linked to the fact it didn't find the second boar. And it looks like it didn't have any deer to lure to the TC. Okay, both of the Pharaon has researching fletching already, and purple is the first attacker. Oh, the advantage of the hill can help purple, but it decides to resign. Anyway, there is a tower which isn't in a bad position. Okay, it's sad to see that purple is attacking with a few units only, while it's turning really better for teal. Red is actually having a good economy, as Brighton, it's really close to research Castle Age. Well, purple wasn't able to hurt much, but it made many villagers idle. I mean, the whole lumberjack. And that can explain why blue is kind of late to start researching Castle Age. Oh, the Korean is gathering a lot of stone. It looks like the red is almost going to boom. Yeah, it has actually no military units. Okay, let's see if it's gonna train for longbowmen. The problem is actually Pharaon as elite skirmishers, so the longbowmen won't help that much. Yeah, blue doesn't have any access to wood actually. Actually, I don't know why Pharaon is getting that gold which is so far from its town. Oh, it found the supposed safe lumber camp. And blue, without any military, is keeping trying to boom, like Doomsday will do. And Tilly is researching Imperial. Okay, so let's see what is the army composition of the Pharaons as Korean. Okay, it's pure war wagons. The elite research are already started. Okay, Promi as Britain is in Imperial Age. It has been pushed since the Feudal Age, and it surprisingly was able to boom while being harassed permanently. That's already a good performance for the red player. But it's turning too hard because purple is coming after having killed blue. So it's basically a 2 versus 1. And Promi is still building town centers. Okay, 2-0 for Pharaon. It's turning critical because actually Promi definitely need to win the last two games, I mean. So let's start. Oh, I missed. I was hosting once again a 2 versus 2. My bad. It's actually 3 versus 3. So let's go Japanese, Persian and Saracen. I think that we all want the Persian as pocket, which can be really strong in early Imperial, especially when it's played by Promi. And sadly for Promi, the pocket is the Saracen. But it's fair enough, because in the opposite side, Pharaon is Saracen pocket too. Oh, Till lost a villager on the boar. Well, I would say that Promi is supposed to have a better coordination between flanks and pockets than Pharaon, who is still really basic. It's definitely something that I should work to improve it. But I lately spent my time in making Yggdrasil able to play any civilization. It cost me a long time, and after this I worked a little bit on tribal to prepare my alt main AI to the semi-final to make a decent version of tribal to face barbarian at least. So I just didn't touch Pharaon at all. And it's definitely something that I'll start to look for. So it's interesting to see that this time Promi was more aggressive than its opponent. The +1 defense is missing actually for red. And Promi is still pushing until it looks to work, because I see that Till has 6 villagers less than its opponent, and it keeps killing few villagers. Despite the fact that it went for a massive amount of archers, while Till went for skirmishers. And it's actually turning really bad for Till, because the 2 lumber camp were really exposed. So it's a good idea for Promi to keep maintaining the pressure there. And yeah, it is forcing the wall villager to go on other resources, especially the stone. That's why okay, actually, the Saracen is staying home, while Green already did a lot of kill, almost 30 kill for 4 lows only. Okay, red is in Castle Age. The wall Promi are in Castle Age, while the 2 flanks Pharaon's side are still in a little bit. It suffered a lot. Till is almost dead. It's definitely not the best game of Pharaon so far. It is giving the feeling that Promi is an aggressive AI. Oh, Blue is already researching Imperial Age in a really good time as flank. Well, it's Persian, so it helps. And Green is definitely doing a great job. It helped Red in hurting Purple, and now it's just killing Teal. Okay, nice switch now on the pocket. I think that Teal doesn't have the resource required to build one new town center. Okay, the Pharaon should resign with one pop boss. Okay, it's done. GG, Promi. So the 4 versus 4 will be crucial. We will know if Promi is qualified for the semi-final, or if it's not the case, it will be eager revenge. So let's go. Chinese, Viking, Mongol and Frank. Nice. And for Promi we've got the Frank and the Viking pocket. In the opposite side this is the Chinese and the Mongol. So it's definitely a clear advantage for Promi, I would say, concerning the civilizations. Having Frankish as flank is kind of sad. And Viking offers an edge advantage in Castle Age with Wellborough and Ankart, which are free. Come on. Oh, I heard one villager's dead once again. What's happening with Pharaon? So to Archer and for blue, same for yellow. Promi sometimes go for Drush. It's not the case this time. Okay, let's see the coordination between green and yellow, because orange is coming with 28 units and green is responding while gray is coming. And orange is still in feudal age. It's actually researching castle, but way too late after 33 minutes, but it was harassing 1 versus 2. Green definitely did great with its coordination with yellow. Oh, purple is almost dead too. Okay, heavy camel is research for teal. At least it's playing against the Frankish, that's why it went for a full camel. And Promi just need to push a little bit and it's GG, that's why I increase the speed. Well, I think that I definitely can give the admin win anyway to Promi, which did a great job in this 3v3 and 4v4. Congratulations, Promi. It was GG. Okay, so Promi is officially qualified and it will play against Maya. So we've got Maya against Promi and Tribal against Barbarian. Let's go for the betting challenge. And okay, so the score was 2-2. Scripters64 found the good score. Armelon was wrong. Interesting. I was true. And it just means that I did win the betting challenge. Congratulations to me. And congrats to the worthy opponent Armelon with half a point less than my score. And thank you for the whole participant. I know that Chizontos is probably sad because he wanted to reach the worst place, the worst rank of this mini competition, but electricity was better in this. And congratulations to Scripters64, who was the third best better of this challenge. Okay, so this competition is close to the end. We've got 2 semifinals, 1 small final, and the big final. Those whole set, I would say, games will be played in a best of 7. And let's see if we can start it tomorrow. So thank you guys for having watched, and see you soon. Bye bye.